Hey folks, my name is Waylon Lewis, Elephant Journal in Boulder, Colorado, and I'm here with my brother from another mother, Ryan Lewis, with...
Earth Hero.
Nice. So you're the founder of this company,
Yep.
and I'm guessing from the name of the company that it's something about doing good stuff for our planet.
You're spot on.
Our dear old planet, our beleaguered, beautiful...
And it's people and animals.
And its people and animals. Great. So I'm pretty excited about this because I feel like the entire mission of Elephant, we call it the Mindful Life, is in direct opposition to some articles I've read recently that are saying there's no point being mindful or trying to do good eco stuff. It's all up to these 50 corporations. They're the ones polluting the whole planet or ruining our planet, causing climate change. And my reply to that is, well, they have consumers, they have customers, we're them. We need to change our behavior and force politicians, corporations to change. So maybe can you tell me a little bit about the genesis, the inspiration in terms of conscious consumerism with your company?
Yeah, so, Earth Hero essentially is a way for people to access that more sustainable lifestyle in a really easy way. So going back to why is that important, or why do I feel like that's something that matters, is because, yes, that's correct. There's a very small subset of large companies that are contributing the most to this problem. But you said it yourself, they also have a lot of consumers consuming their products, and that's what makes them big. So,
like most of those companies were oil companies or whatever, and we're the ones ordering the cargo ships to take our thing that we clicked on Amazon.
That's right.
To our house, or we're the ones driving, we're the ones flying.
Close to 70% of all the spend that comes, at least from our country, is consumer spend. So
wow.
If every consumer shopped and bought and voted with their dollars in a way that created a minimized harm, things would change overnight. So it's sort of an enigma in that, one choice by one person essentially won't matter. But on the other hand, that's exactly what's going to get us out of this. And there's a lot of other benefits to thinking this way and acting this way.
Yeah.
We can talk a little bit about that too. But yes, Earth Hero exists to allow people that care about the planet. It's part of their value system, but yet for some reason, and it's it has to do with historical paradigms and cultures and just the way that the world has evolved. They sort of like leave their values behind and then just sort of recklessly and unconsciously spend under the guise of normal behavior.
And it's this frustrating, for me, combination of education and kind of caring. I feel like we're all pretty well educated in the U.S. All of us know, we've all heard about plastic pollution in the oceans, but day to day we're still grabbing the plastic bag at the market, So I get frustrated about caring. And I think you've made the good point that it actually can be fun to consciously consume. It's not just buying less and flying less and being cold and in a dark hole. That's not sustainability. It's fun.
It's quite it's quite the opposite. I think it's the way I view it is every time you go to touch your credit card, or you go to make a purchase, if you train yourself to ask one question, how is this purchase impacting the planet? Typically, you're either going to say it's good, it's bad, or I don't know. And to your point, if it's the I don't know, education is part of this whole problem. Like, you don't have to go to school. You don't have to stay up late, and you can learn this stuff in a very organic, natural way through your social feeds.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Organic, natural way.
That's exactly.
Yeah, you can be like, so I'm 45 and I'm a pretty huge environmentalist. I've won some environmental awards nationally. I just this year figured out that, and this, we'll get to it later, but we have all these products from your company over here that you can use dishwash soap without a plastic bottle and without transporting liquid around, which is heavy and creates a lot of carbon.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a matter of gradual, natural, organic learning.
Yeah, and I think, we like to get pretty tactical because sustainability and eco-friendly and organic and natural, it gets a little bit lost, I think, sometimes because there's so many different definitions of what all that means.
Right.
So we, at Earth Hero, we curate only like the best products in each category for their sustainability features or attributes. And what that means is we start with like what the product's actually made of. So the materials and the ingredients that are in the products and the packaging, we look for the least impactful products and materials from that perspective.
So practically Earth Hero is this online mall kind of with thousands of products probably that are all kind of eco-minded alternatives to conventional.
That's right. So there's,
stuff.
you know, a lot of people say like, this all sounds great, but like, where do I start? You know, like I do care about the planet. I consider myself a fairly conscientious person. But I think I just want to do better. Like, what's my next step? Or we also, you know, meet lots of people that that care, but they haven't started yet, or they don't know where to start. So, you know, a lot of from a practical standpoint, you know, look at the products that you're using one time in your daily life and throwing away. You know, and that could be everything from what you store your food in, your drinks in. You know, you mentioned shopping bags.
Right.
You know, anything, again, one time, throw it away.
Right.
There is a sustainably made, reusable alternative that is not very expensive.
Or at least compostable alternative.
Yeah, sure. Compostable. You know, I think...
I was just thinking, like, we both have dogs. Your dog's right over here. Poop bags, right? That's a huge thing of plastic that I was creating in my daily life for many years, and I'm finally doing compostable. And it's not that hard, right?
Right. Yeah, and it's funny because we live in Boulder. You can compost poop, dog poop, in a compostable poop bag, but not curbside compost. So it does require a little, like, and that's, by the way, like we have like level 1, 2, 3, 4. That would not be a level 1 move because it requires a little bit of nuance, like a starter. You know, like you're at that, you know, further along your eco journey than others, right?
I mean, I just take my compostable dog poop and throw it in the trash, so I'm not doing anything.
Oh, there you go. So that's not honest. Well,
you
actually can compost it.
Right.
Like a lot of the trailheads have, you know, compostable.
Yeah, but those are the only places, those trailheads.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And do you really want to be commuting along with all your dog poop? Like
I don't drive, so I'm always like, well.
So that brings up another topic of there's perfection is not the answer here.
Right.
That's so important.
You don't have to be some pretentious Portlandia crazy person to say, I want, like the dishwash soap to me is a great example because I finally figured out, same with a shampoo bar. You don't need a plastic bottle. And in fact, 90% of that is water. And you're transporting water, which is a huge carbon thing. So just use a soap bar, like a whatever for shampoo and for dishwash soap. That's easy.
And that's a trend of turning liquids into solids for both transport and packaging because liquid is typically packaged in plastic. Bars are typically packaged in cardboard.
Right.
You know, so...
Right, and they're packageless. Like, there's nothing. There's a little piece of cardboard.
So we're seeing cleaning tablets that dissolve, you know, for like general cleaners. We're seeing laundry detergents come in powders and seeds. We're seeing, you know, so there's... I think the form factor is a big part of that movement.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's also, you know, in addition to I'm only one person, one choice, does it really matter? There's also like, if I decide to opt into this lifestyle, it sounds really inconvenient and uncomfortable. And that's kind of a myth. If you are optimistic and open-minded about this whole thing, the discovery process, you know, get curious about it. And, you know, the ironic thing is, I think at the end of the day, I feel this way, and I know a lot of our, you know, our members and community feel this way, that it just makes life better. It's the quality of life, you know, it goes up because you feel like you're actually like engaged in this huge generational problem that we're experiencing.
Yeah, I think that's a really beautiful point that is more fun, it's more fulfilling. You enjoy looking at yourself in the mirror, not out of vanity, but out of feeling good about your choices. Like, you know, Michael Jackson's I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Like, you're like, okay, I'm actually trying. I'm part of trying to do something. Maybe I'm not saving the whole world. Maybe I'm not the world's biggest earth hero, but I'm doing little things, and those will have little ripple effects and educate other people, and my education path will continue. And it's fun. It's actually weirdly fun. And then, you know, when people are screaming about climate change and like our children, that whole generation is striking about the climate, we feel like, okay, we're maybe we're not doing enough, but at least we're doing something and we're beginning to care. And then eventually all those big corporations will cater to us. That's what capitalism does, right?
Yeah, and the big companies are buying the smaller, better companies that are doing things right because it's a good investment for them because the market's growing.
Right.
And that ultimately is the path out of this. I don't think we need to shut those companies down or over-regulate to the point where it becomes this complex web of regulations. But consumers are already inspired to act. I mean, I think we see that happening daily now in the news. I mean, there's the strike, the kids strike a couple days ago. Yeah. Incredible, right? The climate is in global politics every day. It's becoming parts of major party platforms, and like the headlines are there. So people, just a few years ago, you could claim ignorance. I don't think you can do that anymore. So,
Burger King just debuted the
Impossible
Burger. I mean, that's like a mainstream corporation.
Perfect example of that bridge that bigger companies are building. Right. So they don't want to be alienated and left behind.
People in my Instagram, because I went there with Scott Jurek and some of my staff and my friend Ryan Van Duzer before this vegan movie that was playing at the theater, and we were all going to that. And so we go to Burger King first, and I hadn't been there in like 25 years, 30 years. I don't remember the last time.
Were you nervous walking in the door?
I wasn't. I was like really not. I was both excited to see what it was like. It looked no different, just worse. Like the same furniture, it was awful. It was an awful experience, but it was fun. And, eating this fast food crap, a lot of my Instagram friends or fans were messaging me being like, this isn't good for the planet either. And I was like, look, it's a major corporation realizing there's a market for not murdering animals and factory farms, and this is good in terms of the Amazon, is getting cut down for farmland for animals, and, this is what we want to see. Is it perfect? No.
Yeah, no, and we carry some products that are from big companies trying to do better, and we carry lots of products from startups that are building companies from the ground up with this in mind. Yeah. And I think we need both. It's in aggregate can help us get to where we want to go faster. Yeah. And those bigger companies it's actually fun. I mean, Adidas coming out with their Parlay shoes, running shoes made from ocean trash, and there's so many stories like that. There's people out there that say, well, they're just kind of greenwashing or trying to just back their way into the market, and maybe that's true, but the reality is they're selling less virgin plastic than they because of this. So it's in aggregate, it's still a great thing.
And they're publicizing ocean pollution to a community or numbers of communities that may not be obsessed about it in the way that environmentalists are. Yeah. So they're talking beyond their choir.
A mass market.
Yeah.
They're reaching a mass market.
So you mentioned little entrepreneurs, startups that you're featuring on your site. Maybe, I know we're going to go through a bunch of specific products, but what are a few of your favorite little products or little companies that maybe don't get that much attention? Like they're hiding in the corners of your site and you're like, wow, this is such a good product.
Yeah, there's way too many to name, but just to come up with a couple, I should say there's way too many to not leave some behind, but Stasher Bag is taken off, gone off.
Like ones you love.
Yes, personally. Yeah. And I don't know if we want to show them now or we can talk later.
Do we have them here?
I do have, there is a Stasher Bag over here.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, this is...
So just hold it up to the cameras there. Yeah, beautiful.
This is a silicone bag. It's food grade.
So this is not plastic.
It's not plastic.
It's soft, yeah.
It's silicone, which is... The primary ingredient of silicone is sand. Not a limited resource, right?
Right.
And this...
Well, sand actually is tough, but yeah.
We can talk more. Better than plastic, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There's no perfect solution.
Like cement or concrete is a major problem around the world now. But way better than plastic.
Yeah, and the thing is we need to put our food in stuff. So, you got to choose a material. Silicone is a great material because it lasts forever. You can put this in the dishwasher, the microwave, you can marinate
You can put this in the microwave?
You can. You can freeze it. You can boil it.
So you just put your food in there and then clamp it shut?
Yeah, it's got like a zip seal.
So it's like a big plastic bag, whatever you call them. Like Ziplocs.
It's like a Ziploc, and it comes in different colors and forms. So yeah, this is a great example of food storage.
And that's a company you like?
It is. Yeah,
cool.
I met the founder. She actually went Shark Tank. I get apparently 4 offers and refused them all. So I don't know the backstory there, but
That's
clearly
awesome.
found her way to success. That's for sure. Another food wrap that I love is beeswrap and challah cloth, and I'll talk about challah cloth.
Challah cloth is one of our favorites, and now they have produce bags.
So this is like a plant. It's like a plant resin and wax that wraps, sandwiches, bread, and really anything you'd like.
So this is like plastic wrap or saran wrap. Instead of that, you can use this beautiful like beeswax, and it will wrap around your bread or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. It avoids saran wrap, plastic bags, and that type of thing.
I love it. It's
compostable at the end of its life. It lasts, a year plus, and
smells good.
Definitely a zero waste alternative. So.
And we know the family behind it. They're great people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ace, if you're out there, doing a great job.
Big guy.
So. Yeah, and like I said, I could talk for hours about this stuff, but these are brands that started their companies with the intention to solve this problem.
And that's one thing, I love shopping. I love buying stuff. I don't buy or shop that much, but when I do, Vanessa's been around an insane amount of weird purchases. We've traveled together and stuff. I just love going to fairs and craft fairs and reminding people this stuff can be fun. When you buy this stuff, you're supporting a great little family. You're helping create some good joy out there.
Well, one of the things that I love to surround my personal life with is triggers. So, for example, like a lot of days I'll bring a sandwich to the office. So just eating lunch reminds me of the importance of this movement and these decisions.
If you see one of your staff people using like plastic wrap for their lunch stuff, do you kick them out of the office? What happens?
Yeah, Juliet's laughing in the background. We don't have much plastic in the office. It's funny. Yeah. We have most of our team is are environmentalists, right?
Right.
For obvious reasons. So there's a little bit of a competition to catch someone in the act, which doesn't happen often.
What about like driving to the office and stuff? Do you have competitions around that?
We definitely even if you have a car, you're sort of like in the negative. But at the same time, and this ties into. Perfect isn't the goal.
Right.
If you have to get to...
But one-upping your fellow staff members is probably the goal.
That's definitely the goal.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I remember on the first day of Kelly, our new shipper, she walked in with a to-go cup from like our cafe that's half a block away.
Yeah.
I literally said, you can't come in the office, you have to...
The to-go cup is
like she never did again.
Yeah, that's a classic no-no. If you and if you come into the office with a to-go cup, it's implied that you better start talking about why. It's like how'd you get yourself in that situation?
I'm sorry.
I'm half kidding because I think it's important to not. There's a stigma around, being a tree hugger or like just super extreme when it comes to. It's not what it's about. It really isn't. I think if you just are open to the idea of becoming aware of all your decisions. I'm going to use that word natural and organic again. It just happens over time. So, you don't have to white knuckle your way there.
Yeah.
And,
you just I think the more important stigma to me is is this all about privilege? And because some people don't have, they live in a food desert. They don't have access to a zero waste dishwash soap or whatever. And my reply to that is generally kind of going back to what you said, that the systems, the paradigms that have been set up in incredibly damaging ways to our planet, to our people, to perpetuate inequality. And a lot of this is actually how we can begin to heal our planet and our own lives and relationships with one another. And there's tons of organic food or products that you can buy that are not only cheaper, like bulk rice or whatever. I grew up on a lot of bulk rice with my mom. We were dirt poor and didn't have a car and all that kind of stuff, but are more healthy, more delicious, more fun if it's a product in your daily life. Like I'm looking at your, what do you call them? Tiffin? Whatever you call that. Yeah. Like this thing, these are not expensive. You put all your food in there. There's 3 different containers here.
Yep.
This is like what the Army basically used back in the day.
Yeah, it's kind of an old school product.
Yeah, or Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts.
This is another food storage, like you said. If you're grabbing, Ziploc bags or aluminum foil or just stuff that, you don't need to use one time, throw away. these are just different alternatives to the same problem of how do I transport my food?
So this is basically just is this Indian or something? It's just a way to, I think Tiffins are Indian anyway. There's like 3 containers in here. Am I doing it right?
No, it's doing great.
No idea what I'm doing, but because I always eat everything I get, so I'm always full. But anyway, you have lots of little containers in here, and it's super easy, super light, indestructible.
Yep.
Use it for years.
And I think I can't stress enough, like this can be fun, entertaining, interesting.
Yeah.
Get curious, and I can't say it enough. Like the net result of this is gonna make you feel better, and also like the people around you are gonna take notice that you're participating a little differently. People stop me all the time and ask questions about various products because sometimes they can be a little bit different,
right.
And it's always like
weird.
Yeah, weird, different, but like a slight variance to the status quo.
Yeah. So, and you said, they can be healthier or something. Like, literally, like, New York Times did an article, the top 6 environmental poisons in all of us, in our bloodstreams. One of them is just 100% from our shower curtains, our vinyl and plastic shower curtains. So, using a lot of these alternatives, you actually need to spend less money on healthcare. You're going to be healthier. You're going to be happier. So, let's go through, is it product time? Let's start. So Juliet is going to pass us various things. So this one is actually plastic. Tell us about it.
Looks a little what is? I always ask people, can you guess what this is?
It looks like a Star Trek thing from the 60s.
This is the core ball. It's made from 100% recycled plastic. But the goal is you drop this in your washing machine and it captures microfibers. So I don't know, if you're familiar with a lot of our clothing is made from plastic, nylon, polyester.
Like this probably has a little poly in it. Blend.
This has a blend of recycled poly,
right.
Organic cotton and hemp. I can't remember. Yeah, it's a tri-blend.
Yeah.
All sustainable. We've been trying different shirts for our brand, but this you drop in your washer, you leave it there essentially for a long time. As the loads go by, it catches the little tiny pieces of plastic that you hear about washing into the ocean that the fish are eating, then we're eating the fish.
Right.
And it's a big problem. So that's a solution to the microplastics problem.
So there's microplastics in the air, in the water. The fish are full of plastics. We're full of plastics. We all have plastic in our bloodstream now. It's not fun.
And you were telling me, another product.
You're good.
I got really excited about these. The Econut seeds.
Which coincidentally is the name of our club
really?
In Boulder. Econuts. We're the founders of the Econuts.
There you go. Well, you guys should definitely be washing with these.
Yeah.
These are little seeds that you use instead of laundry detergent. We
haven't worked out the Vanna White sequence, but so they're actually nuts. They're from the Econut tree, right? I'm an expert on this. No, it's from some sort of tree, and you just put these in instead of soap.
Yeah.
They saponify.
That's right. And the natural attributes of the seeds do the cleansing instead of ordering liquid shipped across the planet, wrapped in plastic. Rinse, repeat over and over. So
you can actually put these in your wash or in the little soap area.
Yeah,
and they create sustainable fair trade jobs, it looks like, in Nepal. This particular brand.
And that's the other thing. A lot of these companies have great social missions as well. In addition to what the product, the more products they sell, the better they're doing anyway. But then with their profits, they're giving back for and employing people with fair labor
which is so vital. Employing people to engage in environmental work that pays their bills in their hometown instead of too often people around the world have to destroy our planet to be able to make a living.
Yeah, and we for any products that are made overseas, we definitely take a deep dive on the labor to make sure that they're set up right.
Cool. What's next? It's like Christmas. It's like Eco Christmas.
So you guys might be familiar with this. This is I'm just going to show the packaging for a second. This is the final straw. It comes in this little package, and then
I hung out with one of the co-founders of Final Straw once. She visited Boulder like a year or two ago.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, they've done an amazing job.
Yeah.
But it comes like that, and then it just snaps together.
Boom.
It's a toy.
And if you buy 2, it's like chopsticks.
Yeah, and it comes with its own. That's right. You can use them for chopsticks too. Has a little drying rack. Just very thoughtful product. Packs up really tight.
Best name ever's Final Straw. They did a Kickstarter for this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how they got their launch.
They raised like 1.5 million bucks.
And they never looked back.
It's insane.
We have a hard time keeping them in stock.
Yeah, so if you're really into a straw, which a lot of people are, this could be your Final Straw.
That's right. A couple more products. You were mentioning this, a shampoo bar.
For badgers. For your badger pet.
For your...
Just making jokes.
Yeah, well, we do have a pet shampoo bar. I was just making sure I was holding that. This is for humans.
Okay.
It's wrapped in, a cardboard box here, but again, it solves the packaging problem of plastic, and
we love Badger.
And zero waste.
Cruelty-free, B Corp. Maybe mention B Corp real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry. So this is a shampoo bar. Never use another shampoo plastic bottle again.
That's right.
Soap up. All right.
And there's conditioner bars too. And there's dog shampoo bars.
Vegan, biodegradable, effective, simple, 85% organic ingredients.
Yeah.
Awesome.
B Corp is it's a certification that companies can get that basically says that you're using business as a force for good. And it's an incredibly intensive process you have to go through to get certified. It took us over a year. We are B Corp. A lot of our suppliers are B Corp.
Right.
And it's that the logo is just a big B with a circle.
So it's basically a company that's trying to do well and do good in the world, both.
These are for-profit companies that are essentially, certified to be on a mission to make the world a better place.
Yeah, awesome. So look for that B Corps. We love them. We applied to be a B Corp, but we got rejected because we are deeply invested in
oil and gas. Is it? Yeah.
No, we haven't applied. I know. We nearly did it like back when it was founded, like 10 years ago, whenever that was, and then
Boulder's got a really strong B Corp community too. So
B Corps are awesome. They let us come to their parties sometimes. So what is this here?
That is our most popular shampoo and conditioner line. They also make lotions, plain products. It's a refillable shampoo, liquid cleaning solution. So basically, when you buy these the first time, it comes with a pump, and then when you're finished, and a return label. So when you're finished with it, you hold on to the pump, you send the empties back, prepaid, and when you order your next product, they send it to you with this cap on it. So it's one pump forever. Other than that, they reuse these bottles, and it's just a circular thing.
So that's cool. So if you don't live near like a place where you could refill your shampoo.
That's right.
Then this is like Netflix for DVDs back in the day. You just use it, send it back, prepaid.
Yes.
Easy. Boom, boom.
And a lot of customers will hold on to a bunch of these, like a year's supply. So it keep the transit down, and then just send them all back.
Oh, I see. Do it in bulk, so it's like one.
Yeah. Or send them back to Earth Hero, and we'll do it for you. But it's again, wildly successful company.
Really?
Just reinventing the way that people can purchase and use shampoo and conditioner.
And it says a bunch of cool stuff on here. So it's color safe, sulfate free, vegan, biodegradable, which is a huge one. Do you want to say what that is? For soap?
Yeah. Well, as far as just to cover the ingredients for a second, we it's not just the packaging and when it comes to personal care, the ingredients all need to be super clean, organic, and we verified that there's no unacceptable ingredients in any of this stuff as well.
On your whole site?
Yes.
So if I have parabens or sulfates or whatever, you guys will be like, that's not great. Try to fix that, then we'll carry you in a year.
And that's a great point. We work with brands all the time. Unfortunately, we have to say no more than yes, but with the no always comes the why. And we help brands point them in the right directions for resources. So
you're a big connector. You're connecting everyone's. Hey, talk to these guys. They'll educate you on how to blah blah blah.
We have the advantage of talking to hundreds of brands, where these guys are sort of locked in their own echo chamber.
And when you shop on Amazon, obviously, or whatever, none of that magic is happening. None of that community education is happening. So that to me alone is a great reason to. And this is editorial. I'm acting as a person and a journalist to support you guys when I shop is to work with a company that's actually creating some change.
Well, and look, we all use Amazon for various things. I think the one thing that's great. It's.
I hate Amazon.
Well,
I boycott Whole Foods now. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're,
I think Bezos is a creep and a loser.
Yeah, well, I'm not friends with him, so you don't have to worry about about anything, from my perspective. But I guess where I was going with that is that, it's not a place people tend to go for trusted information when it comes to sustainability, and that's the whole reason Earth Hero exists. Is we are vetting every single product, even though we have thousands of products. There's certain brands will say we'll take this little subset of your assortment,
right?
And so, and we're not going to change. We're trying to, and there's also brands we brought on, and then a year later, they're not the most sustainable version anymore. Someone actually leveled them up, and it's like, well, we're going to sort of like end of life you until you can, make some changes. So it's an evolving thing.
Those are some harsh words coming from Earth Hero.
Well,
we're going to end of life you.
Yeah, well.
We'll see you in a year.
That's probably, it's maybe a technical term for the inventory side. But
no, I get it. But you're like, we're going to work through our inventory and we'll revisit you if you've switched.
Our promise to our customers is we're sourcing the best.
Love that.
If that changes, then we have
Meaning
to
I can go to Earth Hero. You've done all the research for me on the best products.
Yes.
That's nice. Cool. Shall we do a few more?
This is one of, most people have heard of this by now. 4Ocean, they have TV commercials. They started this company to...
Oh, the surfer guys?
The surfer guys,
I've seen that commercial,
they're on the beach, talking about ocean plastic. And they basically extract plastic from the ocean. And every time you buy one of these bracelets, you're doing a couple things. You're showing your support for the movement of, kind of like a trigger of, look, I care about this problem and I'm supporting it. Every bracelet that's purchased... goes towards removing a pound of plastic from the ocean. So I think that's right.
Yeah, remove 1 pound.
We have so many
and
programs.
It's all made from recycled materials.
Yeah, the plastic itself is from the ocean plastic, and
it funds the removal of 1 pound of trash from the ocean and coastlines.
So it's a self-perpetuating. Again, the more bracelets they sell, the more plastic they're removing. It's a beautiful thing, and a great way to show your.
And it's hand assembled in Bali's, which hopefully means there's some fair trade or good. Labor action there, creating some jobs. So that's 4Ocean. Yeah.
And they have specific causes too, which is kind of cool too. You can
This is our high tech display area.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
We do sell shoes as well.
Okay.
And flip flops. These Indusole, great company. I got introduced to this company. Kyle, the founder, did a TEDx, and it was just. Blew me away, but they use recycled tires essentially to make all sorts of different shoes, and shoes are one of the hardest categories to make sustainably.
Super cool. Yeah, I need some new flippy floppies. So
really simple concept and great product. I forgot.
So these are made out of tires. Is that what you said?
Yeah, recycled tires.
And what about this part? Is that just whatever?
This is
recycled as well.
Recycled, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got Juliet over here, my product expert. But yeah, this is these guys. Intentionally, everything they make is with.
And they're B Corp again. Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. This is one of our reusable. These bags have been around forever, but and we all seem to. I know a lot of people have a lot of these bags, but keep them around
Tote
to
bags,
actually use them. Tote bags. So if you're picking up some groceries or that type of thing, we had a little. We had fun with this. This slogan, so you can do a little bit of silent activism while you shop as well. But definitely organic cotton.
I love that. I love that slogan because a lot of times I'm always talking about giving a care. People think it's a positive not to give a SHIT or and I get it on some level. You want to be relaxed and cool and not care about the man or whatever, but it's also really beautiful to give a crap about our planet.
I think so.
Yeah.
So one other thing I just want to mention real quick. Some people think that e-commerce itself can be unsustainable because of the shipping.
It's awful.
Right.
Yeah.
So
conventionally. So how do you make it better?
We're doing the best we can. First of all of our boxes have recycled content. We use paper tape.
So the boxes themselves are recycled.
This is all recyclable, and we don't even have. I mean, this is all we.
Is this eco enclosed or something?
The tape, yes, this is eco enclosed. Yeah. Great packaging company doing all the right things. And we geek out about this stuff. Like we don't even use the reinforced, reinforced plastic that's in there to make it stronger.
I didn't know that was in there. Is that in other paper tape?
It is. You'll notice it. Like
But if you get it from Eco Enclosed, it's not.
Yeah, they do have a version of it because if the box is really heavy,
Okay.
We had this conversation
because we get paper tape from them.
So just look. It's called unreinforced.
Okay.
And
can someone make a note of that just so we actually do it? Yeah.
We also have no plastic packaging or anything. It's all paper, recycled
cool.
paper as well. And then we offset all the carbon that's used to ship the products.
This is huge.
Yeah,
I love
through
this.
A third-party nonprofit called Carbon Fund. So we report.
Anyone can check out Carbon Fund or
carbonfund.org.
Yeah.
They have all sorts of really great programs but you send them all your statistics about shipments you've done and all your operations. They tell you how many tons of carbon you've produced from that, and then you literally purchase offsets that go directly into replanting trees. It could be renewable energy projects or even methane capture, from landfill.
That's huge. Yeah, there's a lot of debate right now, thanks to, I think, in large part to Greta Thunberg bothering to sail across the ocean. Finally, for the first time, people are like, maybe flying isn't great because it's one of the most damaging things. But people are starting to say, man, maybe I should take the train, or what else could I do? And I love that, but at the same time, I'm a huge proponent of my friends who fly all the time, or even me, people who fly less, to just offset it. Like, all of us can offset our lives. If you have a Wrangler, you have a dirty car, whatever's going on, you can offset it. And it's pretty affordable to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I look forward to a shipping company, maybe it's UPS or FedEx, that, makes the investment in electric cars or does, levels up. I mean, drones.
Well, Amazon just made a huge investment in Rivian, as you probably know, the electric truck company. So
yep.
That would convert me to not hating on Amazon.
Well, I think it's the direction we're going. Yeah. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
But until
hopefully
this
soon.
is the best we can do. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, cool. Love that. So every purchase I make on Earth Hero is offset?
Yes.
The shipping is offset?
The shipping is offset.
That's huge.
Inbound shipments to us are offset. Like, we're a 100% carbon neutral company.
That's amazing.
And we're also a member of 1% for the planet. So 1%, and it's not 10%, but we're working our way there. But at least 1% of all sales goes directly back to.
Well, 1% of all sales is huge. When people say 50% of profits, that could be way less than 1% of all sales.
Yeah. So exactly. And as we're 2 years into the market, so we don't really talk in terms of profits. So
you're a 2-year-old company?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're moving. Wow. We're moving as quick as we can. Currently we have about 3,000 products on the site today, 120 brands.
Wow.
But we're just getting started. Really, our goal is to have something every single time you want or need to buy something.
Right.
Again, so you know that we've done that work, so you don't have to.
Well, that's to me one of the coolest things about your site is usually from an environmental perspective, you don't want to encourage people to shop more, don't buy more stuff. But your entire site is alternatives to conventional crap that we're already buying.
Yeah.
Generally, there's not crazy things on your site. Maybe there are, and I haven't found them, but that are like elective purchases. But almost everything I've seen, at least, is more sustainable, less impactful, more fair tradey, a more beneficial alternative to the conventional purchases we're already making.
Yeah, and by all means, like I'm a minimalist. I don't buy much myself. I don't really have much.
Yeah, I'm not, but
and most people aren't.
I'm guilty. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the reason I say that is we never want to encourage consumption. Right. It's kind of like when you've made the decision to consume. Right. And maybe you can't borrow or buy used or rent. Like, you've made the decision to buy new. Yeah. That's what we're here for. We're certainly not encouraging you to buy, recklessly or needlessly.
Right. So if you need a yoga block, your yoga block could be made out of chopsticks.
Oh yeah, we should.
Hypothetically.
This is a kind of a cool concept. So
I just made that up.
Yeah. But lo and behold.
Boom.
So this yoga block is made out of hundreds of recycled chopsticks.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a very nice, almost like furniture, right?
Yeah. And they make coasters as well. That's what I bought from you guys when I first.
They make coasters. They make wall hangings. It's almost like furniture and art, but also function. And again,
and it just feels beautiful. So instead of a big plastic yoga block, you can get a cork yoga block. Do you sell those as well? You can.
We're in the process. We'll have them very shortly.
I love cork. Yeah, it's such a beautiful product.
And we're a big fan of cork from a material.
I mean, it creates.
It's very sustainable.
Jobs. It creates a place for wildlife to flourish, and it's renewable.
Yeah.
And it's very light. This is heavy, which is actually kind of satisfying.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's beautiful.
One other thing I wanted to mention as well is some of this, it can be confusing, right? There's a lot of products. So we started curating product themes and sets.
So this is a box from you guys?
This is a gift box. You can tell it says it's the planet's favorite box, and we have this nice creed that kind of talks about some of the some of the things that we believe, and hopefully you do too. And then we package products together that, in this case, this is our zero waste box. So it has some of the more popular zero waste products. But we also have like a new baby box, the new mom box, the spa box. So it's a really it's a really great way to gift intentionally, stay within the theme of sustainability, and have a great presentation along with it.
Yeah, and something we all could be doing in our daily lives is any packaging material could be cardboard or compostable or reused.
This is just paper scraps.
Or if it's that styrofoam crap or whatever you get in shipping, when you buy something, save that, reuse it. And this is beautiful. We should make that like the image of the blog or something.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Should we keep going through a couple things? We got more. I love them. I hope people are enjoying. If there's any comments or questions, please ask them. We got an expert here. Yeah.
So I get so excited about stuff. So sunscreen is a big topic.
It's awful for oceans, for reefs.
Killing the coral reef. So all the sunscreen we sell is coral reef safe, and this particular packaging is recyclable through TerraCycle, but we also have...
TerraCycle is a company that we love that recycles hard to recycle plastic.
You can buy these empty boxes and then put all of this hard to recycle stuff into that box, and then they find markets for that hard to recycle material. But we also sell sunscreens in aluminum and other more curbside recycling packaging as well. But All Good, the founder of All Good, actually was personally responsible and engaged with creating that coral reef sunscreen, or the sunscreen banned in Hawaii. I don't know if you read anything about that, but you can't buy like traditional sunscreen in Hawaii now because they banned it.
Wow, we should do that everywhere.
So we love supporting All Good.
Nice, All Good. It's all good.
And then Toothpaste is another one that has packaging challenges. So this is a tooth powder, and essentially it comes in a glass package.
That's a beautiful package there. You're going to keep that forever.
Yeah, exactly. And it is recyclable. It even has a little cork top, and it just kind of gets rid of the plastic packaging.
Yeah, that's stunning. So glass, generally we love. Cork we love. And it doesn't have that dumb plastic wrap around it. That's great.
Get a seal.
And then how is this toothpaste? I think me 3 or 4 or 5 years ago wouldn't understand. I grew up with toothpaste in a plastic thing. So you just get your toothbrush a little wet and
start brushing.
You go nuts.
Yeah, it just turns it into a cleaning texture. And
the materials are amazing, like baking soda, spearmint, peppermint essential oil, charcoal. So does that mean it's black?
It is a little. That part's a little different.
Yeah.
Because it does create a little.
But I bet kids love that because you can pretend you have no teeth and scare your parents.
And it does wash right out.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully.
And speaking of that, here's the toothbrush. This is the Humble Co. Totally. Again, most traditional toothbrushes are plastic. We're talking about bamboo and totally compostable.
We need like a dramatic movie soundtrack right now because toothbrushes, they're saying, I watched a 60 Minutes special. They said plastic toothbrushes is like one of the major things you'll find everywhere in ocean plastic. What's the number? It's like 50 billion a year or something.
And it's totally avoidable. It's totally avoidable. The cool thing about...
So I was close. 3.6 billion plastic toothbrushes every single year.
Yeah.
I said 50, so that's, pretty close.
Close. Really. Well, it's once you get past a billion, it's
too much.
It's too much. But
and this is totally natural, compostable.
Yeah. And they come in different. The bristles come in different colors too, just for making fun.
Oh, fun.
Purple, red.
This is great.
Blue. Yeah.
And then I'm actually again we're just doing this for fun here at Elephant, but today we have a discount. Biggest discount I think you give out because I don't like giving out normal discounts.
Yeah, no, true story. He said I brought a discount today. So that's not good enough, which is fine. I love that.
Yeah. We want a special for you guys to call it a special. 15%
off site-wide, Elephant 15.
And is that like just for a couple days, or what? Is there a time thing on that?
All time.
All time. So Elephant 15, use it. I'm going to use it because I want some of this stuff. I love it.
So how many times have you guys eaten half avocado and then you're like, well, I'll save it, and then a day later you're like, that didn't work out so well?
I think normal people and hipsters all the time. Me, I'll overeat. I eat everything.
Well, for those that aren't as cool as you, these
Most
actually...
of us. Okay.
Avocado Huggers. So you put this on the, the uneaten half of your avocado.
Yeah.
And it actually works. It keeps the...
Does it actually work?
It
That
does.
sounds hard to believe.
Yeah, no.
So you put the avocado...
The seeded half.
Yeah, the seeded half down.
Just kind of like, wrap it around it.
It looks like this would belong to
smaller...
your like sex toy section of your site.
Yeah,
somehow.
well, that's coming soon. So
I'm not sure how or what, but something looks questionable about it.
I'll leave it with you for a week or two, and then
yeah, I'll get back to you. All right, cool.
And then this is one of my, actually two of my...
And this is not plastic again; it's silicone.
That's food grade silicone.
Yeah.
One of the more hard things to leave behind for those that use Ziploc bags is just the convenience of this, form factor. This is the same thing, except it's 100% compostable. They come in all sorts of sizes: snack size, sandwich size, gallon size. It's the same type of material you may see in bathrooms where they're composting the dryer, the towels, the paper towels. So really convenient if you can't yet do the reusables like we're talking about, Stasher or the Tiffins. It's just another food storage option that is one-time use, but the best version of. Nice.
And that's a good point. I mean, this says compostable clearly, but often you'll see some plastics and they're labeled biodegradable. That's not a good thing. You want compostable, not biodegradable, because biodegradable just is a fancy word for this plastic will eventually fall apart and break down and be eaten by fish and then you.
Yeah, biodegradable is not the same as compostable, as you mentioned.
So compostable is the magic word.
We really want to break down completely into degradable material.
And we've done deeper dives on the meaning of compostable, backyard compostable. That's on Elephant Journal, I'm sure, on your site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is probably our most popular item, not necessarily the Earth Hero branded version, which is...
Really? To-go-ware is super popular?
It is. And this is a bamboo utensil set. So it comes with a fork, knife, and spoon, and chopsticks. And you can actually, there's room to slip a straw in there too. We sell a version that has a straw. The outer shell here is made out of recycled water bottles, and these are all made out of bamboo, 100% sustainable, and zero waste.
And there's a clip on it to put it on your belt if you work in office space, but you're the eco person in office space.
Yeah, if you
But
you're like, man, I'm hungry.
So lunchtime I'm gonna head down with my to-go-ware and clipped handily to my belt.
You just want that accessibility. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. That's true, actually. That is great, actually, because that's funny you said that, because I often run into situations where I need silverware or whatever, and I'm not prepared. So I'm always carrying silverware around in my bags or my bike or whatever.
Yeah, this is perfect to leave in your backpack, your car, just something that avoids those one-time use cutlery items.
And this is just beautiful too. Great company. We go way back with To-Go-Ware. Love it.
Cool.
All right, so we're about a third of the way through. We have 200 more products to go.
we really could.
All right.
But yeah, I guess...
no, we should do all of them. I think it's fun.
Okay.
Let's do everything.
So another really practical...
We can speed round it if you want.
Just start throwing stuff at me. So another kind of trap that we fall into is that the grocery store for produce, those single-use produce bags are not necessary. A little bag like this. I like this style. It's a net. They have the solid version.
And this is not poly. This is
recycled poly.
Oh, it's recycled.
Actually, this is
organic cotton.
This is organic cotton. We do have recycled poly versions and also hemp. So different materials.
And it's GOTS or whatever. I don't know much about that, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a
fair trade and all that.
It's one of the certifications for organic cotton. And then we have different sizes too. We've got large ones, small ones. But it's just a practical way to not have to grab plastic in the grocery store.
And if you want to be an activist, I see this is made in India. Is devastating what has happened with conventional cotton and Monsanto in India. I think 350,000 farmers have committed suicide since the 90s, since Monsanto moved in. It's a real thing. You can Wikipedia it or whatever. And there's a company called Pact. You probably know them.
Yeah, local.
There's very few companies that are supporting organic cotton growing in India. And every time you're doing that, you're supporting farmers not working with Monsanto. Therefore their livelihoods are safe.
Well, and you're keeping a lot of pesticides out of the plant, off the plant. You know?
So it's a great way to be an activist, and then you're not creating waste every time you go buy some lettuce or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wrapping your organic food in plastic doesn't make much sense. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Love it.
So yoga is a great category for us. Because of the mindfulness that goes into it anyway.
Yeah.
These are Maggie's Organic is a great brand.
This is great company.
Organic yoga leggings, but they're also getting into other apparel as well, socks, shirts, and other casual wear.
And it's funny they say 95% organic cotton. I'm assuming the other 5% is something stretchy.
It is the Lycra that goes into the stretch. They're trying to figure that out.
It's so tough. So it's something I've learned in the past 5 or 10 years is anytime, polyester for many years I thought it was polyester, but it's kind of just plastic.
Polyester is plastic. Nylon is plastic.
Nylon is plastic.
Yeah.
So, if you can get 100% cotton, 100% silk, 100% Angora, 100% wool, whatever, and again, source it well.
It's always
ideally.
a better choice.
Yeah, it's a better choice. And the dyes matter and all that. But if you can keep anything elastic or plastic out, like I rode bike a decent amount and I never wear all that stretchy crap. When you're doing yoga and you're sweating, you're doing hot yoga, you think you're being all, healthy. You're sweating with plastic with a fair amount of toxic stuff in it.
Yeah.
Because they have to put toxic stuff in it to make it stretchy.
That's right.
So go 100% natural if you can. If you can't, Maggie's is a great option. I do love this company.
Yeah. And sometimes you can find the recycled version of the stretch in the plastic. So that's
and if you're gonna do some poly, but again, then when you're washing it, then all the microplastics are happening.
We're a big fan of wool.
You gotta break out your
cotton.
your thing here.
That's right.
Cool, love it.
We're starting to get a lot of new baby and new mom products.
Nice.
So if you're gonna stick something in your new baby's mouth, it should be non-toxic,
and
healthy,
new dad,
and natural. New dads as well, of course. When I say new mom, though, meaning products for new moms,
I see.
like belly stretch, ointment, and like a lot of the stuff that becomes applicable when you're having a baby. But as far as the actual new baby stuff, toys, clothing, accessories, this is a natural rubber pacifier. So lots of great newborn.
And it's rubber, which is awesome. Rubber comes from a rubber tree. Rubber literally grows on trees, and so therefore it is. I love these notes: BPA, PVC, flattates, parabens, free. You're like, I know because it's rubber,
right?
But that's awesome.
But why do you have to put that stuff in that anyway? It's
well, people don't know.
That's actually one of our more popular items as well. We sell lots of pacifiers.
It's a happy little baby right there.
Maybe as adults we should probably have pacifiers too.
I know I need it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one of my favorite things. Love it.
Yeah. So this is a dish soap bar. Essentially, again, for the same reasons that we were talking about shampoo bars, this allows you to have soap at the sink, and you just kind of like sit there. You wet your.
Put it on your countertop.
Yeah.
Boom.
Just kind of.
You just brush
get a little soap and you avoid the plastic.
And it's
packaging.
actually easier than like doing the whole thing or putting it in a bottle.
It is. We have soap trays as well that we sell.
You need the soap tray or it'll sit and get wet. And,
right.
Yeah.
But not a big deal. We have the bamboo version of that.
I need the soap tray.
And great product, and it lasts a really long time.
So what's this made of, or what's the company?
This is Bestowed.
Okay.
BESTOWED Essentials.
Okay.
And
it's good stuff.
They only make good stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. In fact, she started and operated her company out of a van for a while until she got too big.
Cool.
So
like half a boulder.
Right.
Cool. Because the rent's too expensive. So this is fantastic. Never use another plastic bottle again for your dish soap. I finally got on that train this year. I'm ashamed I didn't figure it out earlier.
Yep. And this is really the last one we have today.
What?
I know we could. but trust me, there's thousands more.
Okay.
earthhero.com.
We're doing all 3,000 products today,
That's right.
I thought. Yeah, it's a marathon.
Yeah, well, we'll keep going. I'll go as long as you want. I love this stuff.
Don't challenge me. I love it.
These are Tyre Balls.
Yeah.
Really popular product. Super simple concept that works. And they come in packs of 4. You just throw them all in your dryer, and it reduces dry time.
And they're just made of wool?
It's just 100%. And this is sustainably harvested wool out of New Zealand. And it reduces dry time by 25%, saving electricity and energy. And also makes your clothes less staticky. Simple product, they last forever. I mean, a long time.
Love this. It's so educational too. Like you read the stuff on this and you become more of an environmentalist. So we have a great article on Elephant called Wool is Cruel. And it's about conventional wool and how it's harvested or whatever.
That's right.
It's actually awful.
Yeah.
And here they say the sheep's health and safety are top priorities of the farmers because they know that well cared for sheep make better wool. With New Zealand's leading shearing techniques, it is completely painless when the wool is removed, which is totally doable, but not how it's done conventionally. So that's huge, and you learn that by supporting and reading these products packages.
Yeah. No, it's a great little simple and these are, again, more of the trigger points. Every time you get your clothes out of the dryer, you're like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about this stuff, and just makes it easier to the next time.
Awesome.
So
love it.
Just a few examples of... I'm now wishing that we literally would have brought the entire store down here, but we didn't.
Yeah. Oh, well, we might have frozen on Facebook. So it's good timing. Is it frozen on Facebook?
Not yet. Not on mine.
Oh, is there a delay for you?
No, it's frozen now.
Yeah. All right, we're frozen on Facebook, so Instagram, you're getting an exclusive feed. Oh, yeah, it just shut down. That might be my computer. All righty. You're awesome. We have the full video here. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, Elephant 15 is the discount, and we'll see you on IGTV.
Awesome.
Thank you.